So hello everyone, this is the Sports Show podcast, and today we're joined by Cage Warriors champion, Caolan Loughran. How are you, mate?
Never better, lad.
Unbelievable, mate. I'm sure that sounds good, the Cage Warriors champion.
Fucking sure, eh? Fucking sure. About time.
I
Nah,
know.
fucking feels unreal.
Brilliant, mate. And of course, last time we were speaking on this podcast, it was in November of last year, so it's been a long time. But how have you been since then? All good?
Good lad, I just fucking same shit, just training like fuck in the gym, you know yourself, just trying to improve. Really doing nothing else because I knew I was fighting. I fought Shanks in November and then it was December time. I wasn't going to be fighting until May and I knew I was fighting for the title in Rome, so just had to head down for the first half of the year over here in Liverpool, you know.
Yeah, and during that wee interview we had in November, we were talking about the Cage Warriors Dublin. That was just sort of announced. None of the dates or nothing, but coach, you thought you were going to be on that, and obviously directly a week after, that's whenever you got your title shot.
I know. Just the way it worked out whenever I hadn't it fit. I thought they would try to do all it like Rhys, me, and then I thought Paul who would all be in the Dublin show, you know, but didn't work out that way. And then, to be honest, I'm happy it didn't. I had the experience of flying over to Rome and all, and bringing 80 odd people over there I'll never forget it for the day of day. Like, so Dublin obviously would have been nice, but I think hopefully, please God, there'll be a UFC Dublin soon enough I can get on. You know what I mean? So now to get over to Rome halfway across Europe, couldn't have worked out any better. It was unreal. Like, I'll never forget it.
Definitely, mate. And of course, we're going to speak about that later on. But the last time I spoke in person, it was at the 1st April at the Devonish for your brother's fight.
That's right.
Cage conflict. How did you make his performance on the night?
Sorry, that cut off. Do you know what it was, lad? It was a good fight. A lot of people thought he won. I actually thought live was going to be a draw, but I wasn't sure. It was a good fight between him and Lally. It was high level for amateur. Do you know what it was? It was like, see, three threes of MMA. It's nearly stupid because like the sport, you can't really do the sport in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, see if I go out and shoot a takedown, and the cage is small, so if you take one step back, your back's basically against the cage anyway. I go out and lock hands and double against the cage, holds you there for about a minute. It's very hard to even half turn that round back, turn the round again, you know what I mean? Yeah. But no, it was good. You could see Lally was dipping. I think in a pro round he would have finished Lally, to be honest. But no, he looked like he's leveled up over there in FAI, to be honest, and he seems to be enjoying it, and he's got another fight now in 3 weeks against Rhys. Actually, the first time I fought Rhys, the first time we fought the same guy. So we're looking forward to seeing him again, you know. Seems very happy over there, just be about home and about Belfast and that, you know.
Yeah, and one thing I've realised about Tiernan as well, me being up at Fight Academy Ireland, he doesn't stop training. He's been in there non-stop and he's putting the work in, so it's going to pay off for him, definitely.
100%. He got that over here in Caolan, I think he was saying.
But anyway, we're just going to move on now to Cage Warriors Dublin. Of course, Rhys was defending his belt against Jimmy Wallhead.
Unreal. Did you
go ahead?
Did you go to it now?
Yeah, I was at it.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very good. I think all the lads from Fight Academy Ireland done very well, and all the Irish guys in general done very well, to be fair.
Yes. Some from Paddy McCurry on there.
Unbelievable, mate. And he's been training in the gym so much, and it worked off for him. So fair play. Paddy's a legend.
That's not good. They hit it twice in a fight too. When the fuck did that ever happen? Like, you know what I mean?
I know.
Mental.
Crazy. What do you make of Rhys now? It has to be the UFC. I know there's been a bit of social media with him and another guy from the UFC. Right. Hopefully for Boston.
Bryan.
I know you're looking for Boston as well. The same with Paul. Has there been any interactions yet with the UFC, anything like that?
Yeah, talking the minute, lad, but nothing's finalised yet. Don't know what way it's going to go, but doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I'm not fussed that I have one more Cage Warriors happily. I mean, what an honour to defend the Cage Warriors title, you know, work to get here, so I don't really mind that at all. Also, could be a big fight for me over here, but obviously I want the UFC next. I know Rhys wants Bryan battle. Is that hearing what the back and forth having on social media? That would be a good fight for him. He has to get signed. He has to get signed. He's wiped out his division. He's defended it against Judo Jimmy. Like, I wouldn't even know who he would fight next in Cage Warriors welterweight division stuff, you know. But I don't know, that seems a bit of a delay at the minute and hold up with the Cage Warriors guys getting in, whatever's going on. But I think I'd like to see him in the UFC, and if he get on that Boston card, even better. Obviously with the West Coast and Irish connection, it couldn't work out any better. But I don't think I'm on. I know I'm not going to be on that one. I'll tell you that much. But I'd love to see him on. I'd love to see him on. He's earned it. He couldn't. He's finished judo, Jimmy. Like he's finished. Was he 13 wins, 13 finishes? He's earned the UFC contract. Like there's no denying that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's one thing about that I've seen on Instagram as well. I was watching an Instagram live with your man Bryan Battle as well. He was on Instagram with Buckley.
Was he?
Division, yeah, and they were talking. They're trying to fight each other, and the winner gets Ian Gary. So that's where I was thinking that might be a fight that gets made rather than Rhys, which is unfortunate for all the Irish fans. But then again, if that fight does happen, to go on and fight Ian Gary. So I don't know. We'll see.
Fuck it, I'm sure Rhys here. He'd fight anybody if he get on the UFC card. Fuck it, whoever you get. But I think Ian replied to him and says he only wants to rank gay or something. Actually, no, I think I've seen that actually.
Okay, makes sense for Ian to be fair as well.
100%. He's in with the fucking big dogs now. Top 15.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That performance the other week. But anyway, let's move into your Cage Warriors title fight in Rome against Dylan Hazan. Is he from Rome? I know he's from Italy. Is he from Rome?
He trains. He's originally from a place called Bari, where the fuck that is, but he lives in Rome. Out of training in that gym. He lives in Rome.
Yeah, and I think that just shows the set of balls you have to go there and fight him for the title. There was no doubt in your mind they ever declare or to accept the offer, wasn't it?
Oh no way! As soon as I heard it, I thought this was like fucking Rocky IV. I loved the idea of it. You know what I mean? I thought this was class. Like, but then to be honest with you, lad, like I said, it took like 80 people over. There was about 1,500, but they weren't as lively. Like, so whenever Dylan was coming out, my ones were obviously on a drink all day. They were fucking blind, but the noise of them, like it sounded like 800. And then I watched back the videos, Dylan's walkout. And they had like a guy, as if it was a football match, like on a big fucking like speaker megaphone thing, like rallying the crowd with all their banners. And I never, like this boy was screaming. I never even knew this happened. I was in the cage because they were all booing him, and they were just buying a megaphone was there in the chance. And I swear, I looked back in the cameras after. I was like, "What the fuck?" I didn't know that. Didn't know what happened. That's how loud they were booing. I swear to God, that's the truth. I didn't even know what happened. It was absolutely nuts, but because I like lined up, and they all lined up as I was doing my walkout, and just one after the others was booing me. And actually, I'll tell you this, like it was only like a curtain, like backstage. It was like in a big exhibition center. It was actually out in a fucking airport. It was a really weird place, right. But I was in like a big exhibition center, and it's like a curtain separating the backstage from the fight area, and I had my hands wrapped and all, and there was like I was on about 45 minutes. I just wanted to get an hour look at the cage, like the visuals, because he was literally behind the crowd. It was about 45 minutes before my fight or something. I know what it was. And I said that the hand wraps on, shorts and all on. I was half warmed up, and I like went out, like just the crowd was like behind everybody, and like half started shadowboxing, like watching the fights and just trying to get a feel for the energy. And a couple of like Italian guys spotted me, and then they started pointing and shouting because they're obviously Dylan's fans. And I just wind up. I started going giving them the finger, all the Italian boys. They all started legging it towards me, winging water bottles at me. And the fucking bouncers had to rip me back, pull me away from them. They were like really really wind up people, like just in general. All the Italians are like fucking nuts. But I loved it, I thought it was class.
Just like us then, nuts.
Nuts, aye.
But just as you were saying there about the walkouts, I just wanted to say, what inspired you about Jot on the Wing? Because I thought it was unbelievable whenever I heard that. I thought it was class. I
know, that tune's just been going a minute. Fucking Eddie Dixon, I thought it was class. Even like Nights Out stuff, no, I thought it was deadly. Everybody's loving it.
Class. And what was it like to finish the fight? The run over to you jump the cage, get into your fans. Unbelievable. Especially to get a belt around your waist.
Oh, that was just like a relief more than anything. But I don't let me into the crowd because they separated me from everybody. They wouldn't let me into them. But no, it was unbelievable. Just literally the best experience, the best time, the best week, and the best day of my life. It was unreal. Yeah. But I laughed. You said about jumping in the crowd, guys, and I went to jump into the crowd off the cage, And Graham Boylan took me away from them. He wouldn't let me near them. Then he brought me into the cage. He's like, Caolan, I need you to calm everybody down. I was like, right, okay. So I started going against here, like, calm, 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 calm. And then the DJ just drops this absolute, like, beat. They all start going nuts. I just looked at Graham Boylan. I was like, what the fuck are we up me do now, lads?
Oh, it's bound to
The whole
happen.
place starts going. Couldn't do anything then, like.
But sure. I was gonna say to you as well. Now, I wasn't even gonna talk about Cage Warriors because the UFC is next for you. But of course, you said that you don't mind about defending your belt. Of course, Nathan Fletcher and someone else. They've been talking back and forth. They want you next. What do you want the UFC? Isn't it? It has to be that.
Of course, that's like very much like just trying to put a positive. Something if it happens, it happens. But I don't want it to happen. I want to fight in the UFC next 1,000,000%.
Yeah. I
wouldn't really want to fight new. Like I don't know. I just think of the hype of me and stuff. I thought they'd be all over it. Like, but here, if it doesn't happen, I'll punch head in his pleasure. But definitely, I want to fight in the UFC next day. I more than anything, I just want to be active. Like, I just don't want to be like held on the sidelines and have to wait. Even at like 3 Arena Cage Warriors show in November or UFC in November, I just want to fight in the summer because I like to fight like 3 times a year.
Yep.
I just want to be active. You know what I mean? But absolutely, that I want to fight in the UFC next. I think I've wiped out. I've finished everybody. You know what I mean? I've never lost a round, and I've finished everybody in the second round. So fuck you, like I'm just gonna. I just look at I've just fought the best, the undefeated Italian guy. Like I think everyone's a step back. Like so, I think it's time for the UFC, lads. To be honest.
Yep, and I think you're kind of giving me McGregor, Ian Gary vibes. You're talking the talk, and you're walking the walk as well. You're doing what you're gonna say you're gonna do. But anyway, Caolan, thank you very much for coming on, mate. Thank you for your time.
Anytime, Rod, anytime.
Thank you, mate. See you later. Thank you.
See ya, lad.